Well, it's evening, and we're going to go check on the chicks in the shed and wander about a bit and see how everyone's doing. So no new puppies went home today. None. Okay? They're all still here, which is good for me because I'm going to be honest, having the puppies go home is hard on me because remember they were born in my room and I love them and there's mosquitoes literally everywhere. I hate mosquitoes. I hate mosquitoes. Anyway, I hate mosquitoes so much. Tristan's going past me here. He's getting food and water for the little guys in here. But these are the biggins. The biggins are doing biggin things. Some of them are silkies, obviously. Some of them are not silkies. These ones are the little uns. The whitish ones are Vicky's. The tiny ones, the two tiny ones, are ours. And then there's 4 darker ones that are ours, I guess. They came out of the bush. But these guys are mostly Vicky's. As soon as they get a little bit bigger, they can go to her place. They're all doing really well. Like, they're doing fantastic. We're pretty good at raising chicks. We're actually really good at raising chicks. They're all doing really well. The bigger group is almost ready to come out. I think we're going to put them in a coop for a little bit till they get used to being outside. Because, you know, chicks, man, they're dumb. I can't help it. Anyway, everyone is doing really well out here. So the ducks are doing great. For some reason, Dolly the duck is ripping up the ground. No good reason, just, you know, being Dolly. So right now we've got 8 ducks out here. Ducks, man. Ducks, silkies, you know, normal stuff going on around here. Anyway, go see if there's an egg. So our neighbors are having a little bit, our neighbors really far down, having a little bit of a party. So that's fun. Might go down later, might not. Really far to walk. I don't feel like driving that far. You know, it's a thing. Egg, haha. Egg. Beautiful egg. Like eggs. We like eggs. There's silky eggs over there. Hi. That's That's a turkey. Grouchy. Over there is our chicken with her hen apron back on. Tristan's getting tired of putting the hen apron back on. So if if she knocks it off again, he's just going to stick her in a coop till she's recovered. She's pretty tricky. She's a tricky girl. So, yes, I know. Ducks, man. Everyone is doing really well. We're getting bit by mosquitoes. We have 2 rabbits due to kindle in about 2 weeks. 3 rabbits, because I've got one inside. And the boys are doing well. Everyone is doing really well. This has been an excellent year with the exception of losing Trunk to heat stroke, the complications from heat stroke. We've had actually a fantastic year for all our animals. They're doing really well. So let's go check the puppies. There's still 7 puppies. So you have dirt on your head, honey. You have dirt on your head. Oh, wow. Look how dirty you guys are. You guys are filthy. Oh, my God. You are filthy. They have dug a hole and then pooped in the hole and then rolled in the hole. So it'll be another bath time. Unless you've raised puppies, you don't really know exactly how smelly they can make themselves. They're really good at it. Spoiler alert, they're really good at it. So they will make themselves smelly in all kinds of ways, and you just give them a bath and move on. It's just, you know, you just kind of deal. What else can you do, really? So, yeah, you just deal with it. Anyway, it was a relatively quiet day here. Again, it's summer, so we're kind of in that that phase where you're not really sure what to do with yourself because, frankly, man, I don't like the bugs. Little bunnies, they're doing really well. She hates me. Other bunnies, they're also doing really well. Like, they're doing fantastic. Everyone's doing really well. Like I said, they are all doing so good. We've had a fantastic year. I know not everybody has. I know. I've seen plenty of people on social media saying they don't know why their chicks died or why their baby bunnies died or why their goats died. I know. But we've had a fantastic year. Despite the wildfires, despite we're never getting rain apparently, despite all of that, we have been very lucky in that our animals have done fantastic. Like, we really haven't lost anyone except for Trunk. And honestly, that was our fault. I should have known better. That was the hottest day of the year. I really should have grabbed her and her babies and moved them in the house for that afternoon. Yeah, you guys are so messy. Oh my god. Oh my god. Puppies? Look at that one over there. Look at that one. Look at the muck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then there's the one with muck all over. I'm getting the hose. That's muck happens on the farm, I know. But, I mean, my god, puppies. Do we have to do this? The answer is yep. Yep, we have to do this. We have to make ourselves absolutely disgusting. Because that's the way we roll. So, we got that going for us right now. So, puppies are dirty. That's okay. We have a hose and we have soap. A hose and soap will fix many a crime. So, that's what I'm going to be doing tonight, obviously. Because they're messy as heck. Anyway, I am going to make this a very short video because, seriously, it's been a very calm, relaxing day. It's been a calm, relaxing year, with the exception of the constant rabbit drama with the rabbits escaping, which I was going to say hasn't happened in a little while, but it happened yesterday afternoon. So it hasn't happened in a little while, as in it hasn't happened today. But, yeah, so we've had some drama in that department, but it's actually been relatively drama-free this year, which is excellent. You don't want drama on a hobby farm. I know it makes for great television. I know it's great to have all the drama for drawing people into the YouTube channel. You know, if I could say, if every day I was like, oh, my goat's so sick. Oh no, my chickens are missing. Oh, I know that would bring in more viewers. I know. But honestly, we're doing well. We're doing really, really well. And the best thing to do for viewers on YouTube would be for me to make up some drama. For me to talk about how, I don't know, talk about, I don't even have it even 6. So, with the exception of Trunk, and I blame myself for that, we haven't had anything. And I know it would be so easy to manufacture something, to walk over here and go, oh, geez, Arwen's been so sick. I'm trying to have the vet out, but it's hard to get the vet, and the vet's, she doesn't return my calls. Or to manufacture a crisis over getting hay. I could be like, oh, I'm having such a hard time getting hay, and I can't find anyone. And do all of that. I could manufacture that. I could say, oh, we're having such a hard time finding hay in our area, but frankly, we're not out of hay, and I'm not having a hard time finding any. So, I know that for viewership, the best thing to do would be to manufacture a crisis. Make something sound like more than it is, but we're doing well. We're having a good summer. Yes, guys. I don't have any snacks. We're having a good summer, other than Shadowfax keeps getting out because there's a hole in the fence right there. Big hole. He just walks through it. Have I fixed it? No. Have I tried? Also no. Whatever. And them darn rabbits. Them darn rabbits keep escaping. But nobody's gone anywhere. Nobody's gotten eaten. Except for the one morning where the rabbits had escaped and there was a raccoon in the bush at the same time and Tequila had to do her thing. I really haven't had anything to complain about, so I'll complain about the dang ducks and my mystery extra duck. I shouldn't have 8, but I do. I should have 7, but I have 8. That's my biggest complaint this year, is I don't understand where the extra duck came from. Maybe I just can't count. Maybe it's a me problem. Maybe I just can't count. Because I have too many ducks, and I don't know what to do about it. So, yes, ladies. These are all my lady ducks. My boy ducks are in the bush. And you can tell these are my lady ducks because they don't have curly tails. So, yeah. Other than my mystery duck, I don't have anything to complain about. And other than one really old chicken who died, I don't know. I'll complain about puppies rolling in their own poop. That's my crisis. I have puppies rolling in their own poop. I'll make that my crisis of the week. It's a big deal. It's not exactly a crisis. You just need a hose and a bar of soap. Anyway, that's, I guess, me complaining about having nothing to complain about. I don't know. I think probably the thing that annoys me the most is people who are manufacturing a crisis when there isn't one. Like, oh, there's no hay in my area. Well, yeah, there is. You're just, one, not looking hard enough or not willing to pay for it. That doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Or, oh, I can never get my vet out. I understand that vets are hard to come by, but it's no excuse for poor animal husbandry, is it? Even though sometimes you can't get the vet. We've had that where we need the vet and we literally can't get them out, but you still do the best you can. You still follow the best practices you can follow. And that means sometimes updating your practices so that you're not doing what we did 10 years ago, because knowledge and science changes. So you do the best you can with the information that's currently available. I mean, I just don't like the manufacturing of crises, because you don't need to manufacture a crisis. You really don't need to manufacture one. There are enough problems without manufacturing things. Anyway, I gotta go because the bugs are biting my legs. But I guess that's what I'm complaining about today, is I think I watched a little too much YouTube while I was doing my chores. I was watching too much YouTube, and there's too many people who are manufacturing a crisis instead of just sharing joy and sharing information. That's what we should be focusing on. Share a crisis when it happens. But guys, please, stop inventing a crisis where one doesn't exist. It's 1, annoying, 2, misleading, 3, it scares people off of genuinely engaging in a new hobby like hobby farming. Right? Like, if you think that every single person, we're having no problems. Okay, if you want to get into hobby farming and you're afraid that the animals are all sick, not one of these guys is sick. Okay, Shadowfax is a little bit pudgy, but that's okay. We're okay with a little pudgy. He likes food. He likes food. So he's a little bit pudgy. We're cutting back on the grain. Other than that, literally everybody is the picture of health. So if you are wanting to start a hobby farm and you're afraid to start a hobby farm because you see everyone online and everyone's animals are always sick, what they're doing is they're, 1, making content that people will watch, which to be fair, is sometimes the bad stuff. We want to watch people struggle instead of watch people experience joy. So I get why that gets filmed. But you're also seeing just the snippets that people choose to show you. And people are more likely to watch a channel that's always in crisis, because then it's like TV, right? It's like, What's going on this week? What are they going to have a problem with this week? Right? But the reality is, for most hobby farmers that practice good animal husbandry and are paying enough attention, this is what you get. Nobody's sick. Nobody's missing. There's more chickens over there. Whoop, in that area. More chickens. Right? Ducks over there. This is what you get. A little bit of proper animal husbandry and just paying attention. Just pay attention to who's doing what. How everyone looks. Put your hands on everyone every day. You'll find that 90% of the time, everyone's perfectly healthy. And once in a while, yeah, you might need a vet. But otherwise, you're good. So if you're seeing lately a lot of channels focusing on the negative, it's because that's what's bringing in views and clicks. Okay? We don't do that here. If we have a crisis, we share it. But our crises are few and far between. We're not going to manufacture one. And we don't need to, because we got a stinky puppy who's rolled in his own poop. I'm going to go get the soap. That's going to be about it for us here tonight. Sorry for the rant. We'll see you tomorrow.